Hey Commanders, so I wanted to give a quick video here about some strategy for away missions. I mentioned in the last video where I reviewed the ARC about some things to skip, and I mentioned that a lot of my tech research trees are completed. So I wanted to show that really quick. So we'll start off with the priority 1 section here. You can see that pretty much a lot of my research here for the priority 1 research is mostly done. I'm probably not gonna pick up this one until much later when I have nothing else to spend it on. I'm working towards the apex shredding and the isolytic defense and hostile calibrations. I could speed through those if I really wanted to, but the biggest bottleneck for the priority 1 away missions is the star charts. So let me show you that here really quick. Planetary charts. Oops. I meant to go to missions. So I mentioned in another video that I usually have like 1 or 2 1-hour missions a day that I could do because of the research that I did buy, and so like here for example, right now I've got this epic ore extraction. It's at a 1 hour. The problem is I don't have enough planetary charts, and the reason I don't have enough planetary charts is because I go through them pretty quickly. Like I said, I pretty much go through. 1 or 2, well, actually more of these a day because I run out of them. I run out of it pretty quickly. So I spend them almost as quickly as I get them. But that's not really what I was wanting to get at here. What I wanted to show was some strategy on away missions. So let me go back to the tech tree just to show you. Got a lot of this already, completed, and got the entire tech tree for the original away missions completed. I've had this done since the priority 1 away missions came out. And what I want to share with you is how I did it. So what I would do is when you go to your away missions, and I keep clicking on the wrong spot here, on your away teams, you're going to have all these missions with these little crests. You already know this. Let's see what they're called. Service awards. This is what you need to do those researches. Okay. What you want to do is you want to pick up every single mission that has those. And I'll just give you an example. They put this button in here. Be careful with this button, because this button doesn't necessarily keep your best interests in mind when assigning team members. So I'm going to click it, and you're going to see what it tries to do is it works to maximize this number here. Okay, but that's not necessarily maximizing what you want, which is this. So the way you do that is you go to health, you look at your key stat. In this case it's health, and I would probably switch out these two. Wait, I think that went down, didn't it? Let me do this again. 443. Yeah, so it went up a little bit. Okay, 443, and then these guys are gone, so we'll switch this one out with this one because I think he's, yeah, let's do that. So it goes up a little bit more to 445. So the point is you want to maximize that crit chance. This chance of crit for the secondary is not as important until or unless you're looking for this resource. Let me go into this. So this is what you want right here. This is your officer XP. You want to try to maximize on that. The other one is your ship XP. Oh, wrong one. It's weird. Oh, it's because it's hidden here. You want to try to maximize on your ship XP because that saves you time, either grinding or setting your ship out. Of course, because if you can maximize on that through this crit chance here, you get a lot of that ship XP. So that's another thing you want to maximize. And these Axionic chips here as well. Those chips don't have a lot of places you can get them. You can get them through your these away missions, or you can get them through daily missions or the daily events. But you want these because these give you the exocomps that help you level up, shorten the time to research, shorten the time to build, shorten the time to repair, things like that. So those are really important. But that's what I focused on. And it helps because, well, I don't have any right now, but there's another mission that you can get. It gives you 3-hour speedups. When you maximize on those, you get like, I want to say it's like 700 at a time if you're maximizing them. And the way that you get the maximum points here is by doing research like these right here. Anything that says increases the base attack stat of all officers, that helps with those away team missions in that critical section. The only thing that gives you critical on the secondary is whether or not they have the stats or the abilities. So I would suggest, as much as you can, this tree is really good. There was a lot of stuff. You've got things like warp speed for surveyors. You've got warp speed for all your different types of ships. You've got capacity, you've got mining speed, you've got battle improvements, you've got shield, and here's another one, see, more health. It's got a lot of really good stuff. It's one of the reasons why I pursued this one, because I had pretty much all control over how quickly I could do this. I just kept sending my guys out. And here's another thing to do. When you do these away missions, go back. When you do these away missions, obviously, you can, let's go health. Just to show you the difference here. So we're going to put him, and we'll put him too. So I've got 444,000. I got a 3.88 crit chance, okay? 444,000. So let's go down here, and let's say I'm just going to put some people I don't ever use. Not that much of a difference. You can go down to your greens and your grays. You'll see a bigger difference here, obviously, right? But you're not going to impact any of your ship crews. You're not going to impact any of your mining crews potentially. So, and then you save your better officers for some of the bigger ones that you really want to crit on. But the point is that keep in mind that these officers are a resource for you to use here. So anytime that, and you get some really good rewards, by the way. So focus on these by getting those materials, because if you complete this right here, if you complete that the away teams mission, you'll get a lot of really good stuff. The other thing you'll get is you'll be able to then, once you complete that, you'll be able to focus on some of these other rewards that are exceptionally good, like the experience for your ships and your officers, your Axionic chips for your exocomps. And then, of course, usually the Latinum is part of a crit chance here. It's just a secondary bonus. You don't need to focus on this, but if you've got 12 missions going at a time, or 11 missions going at a time, and you have anywhere between a 40 to 80% chance on your Latinum, you're gonna make a lot of Latinum. Now, don't think that all of this was made from that. And of course, like I said, I've spent money on the game, but I don't need to spend a lot of my Latinum because I get so much of it from these. So, yeah, to kind of give you a little bit of of how much money or how much Latinum I make, I had 1 billion about 2.5 weeks ago and I went through a big spend to get to 67. So I spent a lot of Latinum on converting things, and it cost me about 100 million Latinum to get through. I've now made 40 of it back. So, and that's still spending Latinum here and there for little things, not anything significant, but small minor things, like on some speedups for some ships, different types of older ships that are not G6. So yeah, I've made 40 million of it back, but part of it is because I run these assignments. Well, I mean, you can see, right? The other thing I do is like, okay, so there's 9 hours left. I look here. I've got 4 missions. What I'll probably do here, I can't run any of these. I can run, let me see. I could run a blue one. So let's see. So I'm going to refresh. See what I get. I got two 1 hours there. Remember, I've told you all that a lot of times I will get 2 to 3, even up to 4 1 hour missions. So I'm going to go ahead and run these. So you get I'll be able to run one. This is why I don't have very many planetary charts, because these assignments are very lucrative. So let's go ahead and do this really quick. Is that 94? We'll put con. Okay, so we'll start it. Gosh, I wish I had some more. So I'm going to waste that. I'm going to lose that green one here. But notice I don't care about the crit chance on this. The crit chance, I mean, they make the crit chance, I'm not going to say impossible, but, really high, really difficult to get, so who cares? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and refresh again, because what I'm trying to do is get these 4 to be missions like these. Look at that. See, there's another 1 hour. Okay, so I don't think I have her here. Yeah. See, okay, so I don't really care about this because I don't need this. I need billions of, factions, so that's not really much. Before I refresh again, I need to see how many I've got, because I don't remember. And I really wish it was, hey Scopely, if you're listening, a search would be really cool here. Just saying. Because I don't have any clue where these are going to be. I don't remember. Let's see. Sorry, video people. Sorry, video land. You're having to search through this with me. Like, this counts as a speed up. I'm not sure why it's not in speed ups. But it's not. This is fun. This is fun, isn't it? Oh, I'm going to make a video on faction grinding. I'm going to try to get my Klingon up. If you guys see it, point it out. Let me know if you see it. Oh man. I don't know where it is. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I've got a couple thousand. So let me move my guys around really quick. Oh man, I messed it up. I messed up my rotation. All right, let me go and just show you one more time. So unfortunately, like I said, see, there's another 1 hour. I can't do it, but I'll show you, even though I can't run it, I'll show you how I would maximize on this. By the way, he's just always on them. I never not have him on a mission. So we're at 92%, 99. By the way, the other day I ran one. Had a 2% chance of failure. It failed. So mad. So mad. Anyway. So, yeah, so you can see how I get so many, how I'm able to get so much of this Pioneer's Crest. It just, I mean, if I was to find a way to get more of these on a daily basis, yeah, I would just, I mean, at some point they lose their value because there's not really anything to get except when I'll be able to buy my ships with it, right? So, that's going to be nice. And I'm only going to buy one epic ship, so I'll maximize on the number of blueprints I can get every day. But anyway, so like I said, what I'll do then is I can't run this one without kind of getting people back, and I don't really care about credits anymore. Like I said, I'm moving towards G7, so credits are less valuable to me at this point. And I don't plan on buying the G7 Epic for the Federation, so this one doesn't matter to me. It'd be nice, hey, Scopely also, by the way, be really cool if I had a number here that I could see. But before I say that, let me see if there's anything that tells me that I do, so I don't look like a goofball. Let's see. No. So it would be wonderful if I had a number here that told me how much I had. Just saying. God. Oh, can I run this one? Nope. There you go. See? That's 3 1-hour missions that I had. So when you guys think about... yeah. I'm not going to refresh again. But what I generally try to do is I try to refresh when I have a long time on these. That'll kind of pay out. Well, let's see. You know what? I'm tempted to do something here. Well, first off, let's get this one going. Okay, so this is why I have so much Latinum, by the way. So we'll go ahead and get this one going. Just so we'll have another 34K in the hopper. And if I start going on these, what'll happen is I'll get some new ones. I don't have to refresh. So see, this is what I want right here. I want that Officer XP. Let's see, got another 201 here. Again, I didn't get the Latinum, but I want that Officer XP. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go ahead and speed up all the ones with the Officer XP. So right now, I'm going to have picked up over 1 million Officer XP. Yeah, I mean, and that one criticaled. So there's another 12K. Congratulations. So now, let's see what I got. Oh, so this is the one I was telling you all about in the other video. This one right here. I want to show you how to maximize on this because you want this, the repair, and you want this crit chance here. So first thing, go ahead and let the system determine the highest crit chance for you on this. So we got pilot. So this is kind of wonky because you've got 3 different characters with 3 different attributes. So I don't think, let's see. Let's go traits. Let's see if there's anybody who's got more than one of the traits. It doesn't look like it. Wow. No, so this one you have to basically do with 3 characters to maximize on it. And remember, I don't want to maximize on this. I don't really care about that. But this is good to have. 233 repair speed ups for 30 minutes. That's like over 100 hours of repair. That's pretty darn good. And then this 3-hour speed up, 400, that's 1,200 hours of days. So divide that by 24. That's how many days you're picking up right there. That's quite a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and start it. None of these officers I use anyway. Go to this tactical simulator. And not going to send him there. Again, what I want is really these Axionic Chips. And if I crit, great. And then we'll do this one. I want the critical here, or the officer XP here, so we'll let it do that. Now, I actually don't want that one to go. So let's see, it's attack. So I showed this in an earlier video, where I'm going to go ahead and just pick, some officer that I never use. And I'm now getting 500,000 officer XP. Now I'm not getting the 40% chance on this, which, it's okay. I don't need it. That's the thing. That's the most important thing, is to identify what do you need. Because there's a lot of resources you can get from this. I'm going to do one more refresh because I want to. Because I want to see if I can get some improvements here. I don't know how many I have, so let's see what we get. First of all, there's another. Ooh, look at that. See, ooh, got some good ones. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put this one out. This is part of the reason I leave them, is because I do, even though I don't need these are good to have just because these will give me some currency to buy maybe another Selkie if I need to later on. So, although I probably don't see that happening. And then I want to do this, the low fly orbit. He's not going, and he's definitely not going. But I can go here, defense. I can scroll on over here. DCS is a good guy to put there. And Pan is another good guy to go. Pan used to go on getting the away team mission credits, the little shuttle credits, because I would use those to get the blueprints for different ships and stuff like that. But I don't need that anymore. So it doesn't really do me much good. So Pan goes on wherever I can find a spot for him. And now I'm going to get 400 and I've got a 40% crit chance on it and 474 Axionic Chips. And you want those because you want to pick up the 5-star. It's the only way to get the 5-star. Otherwise, it's really, really slow drip. So let's go this again. Let's see. What I really want is I really want that XP. So I like her. Let's go attack. I don't know if they're attack, so I'm going to take them off. I'll put Worf because I don't do PvP. We'll put the Miss Queenheart. And we'll put Crass. It's pretty good to me. Start it up. And let's see. Don't need anything else, so I'm going to refresh one more time because what I'm hoping is that these 3 come out to be something similar to what I'm looking for. Look, another 1 hour. Yeah. I've never done these. I don't really like doing those. All right, I'm going to refresh one more time. Nothing good. All right, I'm done. There you go. That's another 1 hour, by the way. Oh, I think I can do 1 hour. Yep. So let's do this. So let's find the attack. Now I'm over 100%. So I really want to find who's going to get me past that mark. So 1.26. Don't think he's going to. Yeah. All right. What about? No. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do this one. That's an extra 1,200 Pioneer crests. Go ahead and speed it up. Success. Got my 1,200. Yay. And let's see what replaced it. I think it's this green one here. Doesn't matter. But that's how I manage my away team missions. Got to have these going all the time. Take every single, if you're PvE focused, well, PvP focused either, it doesn't really matter. But take every single research, every single artifact, every single thing in the game that advances your officers' stats, because that will affect this. So there you go. That's your info on how to handle and manage your away missions, all of them, whether they're priority 1 or not.